Hey, good morning, traders. Happy Monday. How we doing today? It's February 3rd. It's about 5:30 in the morning. Just waking up to that big boy. Holy smokes. What happened? That's crazy. Something happened. I was playing earlier. How did Friday go? I was looking at some stuff. Hold on, let me clean this up. I was looking at a couple things, and then I just gave up. Why bother? I kind of get in the I kind of get in the attitude of, okay, there we go. I have the attitude of like I don't want to force things. And I feel like there's times that if I'm not like, I don't know how to describe it. I have to be in the mood to trade. Really. I mean, I don't have to trade. So that's one of the benefits of being a discretionary trader. We don't have to trade. We want to trade. Looking for trades. But I don't have to trade. And that one of the skills that I developed, and that's when I started seeing my numbers improve. Just mapping swings. Remember, guys, it's just clay, right? We're just playing with clay. We're going to make something out of clay. So 31st was Monday or Friday. The thing that I noticed here is kind of interesting. Is look how big this swing is compared to these guys. Like, to these guys. It's just weird. We were looking at the daily as well. Since the election day on November, people made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, made a lot of money. Probably the same guys, right? There's a kill zone right there. Didn't take it out. So what is going on? Right? Price is going up. We're just kind of in this big sideways kind of thing right now. I'm not making predictions about anything, but these drops are killer. These drops are just burying people. We got a major swing here. I don't even know how to draw this up to make it, look like we actually can. We have this here. Boom, comes down here. It's up here. It's just ugly. It makes trading hard. It's easier when it's all going the same way, right? We had any news this week? Monday, February 3rd, 7 a.m. Some manufacturing news. So that comes back to trading a little after 7. That's 7:15. Ward's total vehicle sales is coming out. Job openings on Tuesday, 7 a.m. So again, are we getting payroll on Friday? Average hourly earnings, non-farm, there it is. So we get non-farm payroll on Friday. Wednesday's got a couple things. Thursday got a couple things. What's this? Unemployment claims on Friday. Yeah. So just normal stuff. Nothing's going to be, for us that trade right between 7 and 11. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen that's going to do that. That's crazy. Looks like a good day of trading, though, right? Started right about here. turn it off right about here, somewhere in there. 11:30. I'll give you till 11:30. So what happened in here? Do we have any trades that we can look at? Any interesting? Right off the bat, we have an impulse leg, right? No, there's one right there. I think I saw that, and I was doing something. My schedule's weird. I got. It's just. Anyhow, here's what we're looking for: 5 simple steps. Just 5. That's it. Impulse leg, shelf, wash, retest the high, and then enter after the behind the wash. And I took this on the 30th. Yeah, because we were looking at a couple things, right? We were talking about how weird the whole market had been. Yeah, we were talking about this. Like this just sideways kind of stuff. Excuse me. This sideways kind of stuff. See, my frame is so small. It's hard to get into. Right, but we were, drawing on a larger time frame, and not changing our time frame, but we're just kind of drawing on a larger time frame, right? We had a shelf here. That's where it was, right there. Boom. Right. Impulse leg, shelf, wash, retest the high, then enter down here. That's all we're looking for. And, it comes in this size and it comes in this size. I like the smaller ones. I don't like looking at that too much information. It just makes me feel like I'm like, this is too much to comprehend. I'm thinking about too many different things. That's why I like having a little smaller piece of it here. But let's take a look, right? This price comes up out of here, makes a really nice wash. Look at that. That's a wash you can show all your friends. Box, boom, boom, and then I do the right. So step 1, impulse leg. Step 2, shelf. Look at that shelf. Just loading them up, and then plunk, takes them up. And now here's the tricky part. I'd put orders there, and my stop would be right here, just below that little guy there. Not right on the guy, but right below it. Again, guys, how many of these a day do we need? Right? How many of these each day do we need? I'm just going to put that up here. Hold on a second. I got to take a picture of that. But I need the marquee. Where's the marquee? Oh, man, I was really far away, wasn't I? You guys are just so bored right now. Here's the marquee. I got to take a picture of this, guys. I need to get some new Patreon members here. It's going over here, I think. Yep, going over here. Boom. Where you at? There you are. Okay. I need a picture of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag you all through that. But just, you can look up here and say, okay, where did price come back to? Right? There's a shelf. Come on. Right? So easy. It's so hard, though. I know. It takes a lot of work. A lot of practice. That's why we play and practice and study, It's like we are, super special trained. I'm sorry. You guys are just, everybody knows. I don't want it to be too obvious. Right? But here we go. Something like that. Perfect. Picture. And then I gotta put it over here. You guys are getting the behind the scenes action here. This is how we do it. 3, 25, boom, boom, paste. There we go. Okay. So, okay, there's one. Got another impulse. Comes off here. Right? Makes another shelf. Guys, this is how it rolls. Right? This is how price moves through the market. Expands and contracts. And all we're trying to do is catch the expansion off the contraction. That's it. You do it in the right spot, you get good enough, you're going to end up doing all right. See, this one didn't come down quite as far, but, you know, if you fudge it, now that's a really big stop. That's a really big stop. I don't know. So, just an idea. You can manage this, right? And just notice something here. Here's the challenge of this, is that you could easily say, I'm only going to buy down here in these kill zones. And you would have a much healthier, better trade option. You could get 5 to 1, right? 5 to 1. Here, you're not going to get 3 to 1. But can you get, and now we don't know what's going to happen. Or you could say, okay, I'm going to put my orders down here like we did on this one here. And then I'm just going to take that so I can get in here and have a nice, maybe another 5 to 1. I don't know. It just illustrates how the different shapes show up and how you can trade them in two different ways. My mentor buys these. He's on another level than I am, and I get it. I want more trades than he does. Even though I only do a couple a week, I want a couple more than he does. So I'm oftentimes going to just buy the shelf and absorb whatever it's going to give me. Now, here's the deal. I can manage this and in a way that I can move to break even. I can move behind this guy. I can move up every time because I know we're kind of in, rare air here. So as it's going up, I can just keep moving it up. And then as price gets to here, I'm going to get out right here. And yeah, it sucks. It's not the full thing, but A, you caught a trade, you read it well, you understand it. B, stuff happens and you're not going to get them all. And C, you didn't get stopped out. All right? So enjoy it. So now we have another impulse leg down. Right? Now remember, the downside's a little different. It has a little different feeling to it. But in this case, we have a really nice feeling to it. Right? How is that not just the prettiest thing on the planet? I should have traded more on Friday. I'll tell you what, though. 8:30. It's tough for me to trade. Just dropped the kids off. And I'm getting to my spot where I can get comfortable and trade for a while. So yeah, price, ABC. Let's see. Got in here, right? Stop behind here. Beautiful. 2 3-to-1 trades in the first. You only had to trade on Friday morning, right? That's the frustrating part in hindsight, doing this review. I only had to trade at this time. Why couldn't I have done it this time? Like last week, I had 2 trades that didn't work out. And it wasn't because I, did anything different. It wasn't because I changed anything. I just was in a different spot, right? I was buying here, holding on or something, doing something like that, like, following this impulse up and then getting stopped out, doing something like that. So price comes off, and goes sideways again. And, these are all up for grabs, guys. Impulse down, right? Just understand what you're trading, right? Price here. And I'm not saying I could catch all these guys. I'm not that good. I would probably never make this trade because it just doesn't feel right to me, right? This thing I would see, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then I'd have orders right here. I'm like, they didn't hit, and then it kind of goes down here, and then you sit and pop back up and dropped. It works. It works because you're really nice 3-to-1 trade inside the pivot. That's great. Now, I'm not that good to catch these guys, but I can look at them in hindsight and I could say, okay, well, what's unique about this one? Didn't come all the way up. This one came all the way down and pulled up in here, did something different. And then it dropped hard down into here, right? Look at that whole thing, right? Now, if you're you're coming down here now and maybe you glance over here and say, okay, well, took out this guy. So maybe, is it going to continue? Is it going to stay the same? I don't know. Right. So we grab this impulse down here and we start to map it out and we have a big wash. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like in proportion, yeah, you could sell that, but you're done, you're done. And maybe you did. Okay. So what? Big deal. You found your little spot and now you're going to say, okay, now we're going to go the other way. Took out this guy, right? Draw your impulse leg across here. Oh, wow. There's another trade. Just like that. Showed up out of nowhere. Why? Because you understand what you're looking for. You're looking for the impulse. You're looking for let me get rid of that. You're looking for the wash. You're looking for the retest. You got a beautiful wash here, right? Takes out all these guys. You can come down here even. 3-to-1. There's a lot of trades on Friday. Man, I'm bummed now. I wasn't in the right spot. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Wish I could trade in hindsight, right? And then price comes off again, right? And this is hard trading too, guys. I mean, this is exhausting. Trying to keep up with these guys. It'll burn you up pretty quick, especially if you're getting stopped out. If you're on the wrong side of it. But here's 1, 2, 2.5, 1.5, 3, 4, 5 trades right there in the first couple hours. So there's a lot of stuff here, a lot of good stuff. But this is hard, right? That's why we map this out. That's why we map it out. Because if you're here now, if this is your frame, you don't have anything on that side, you're probably going to keep going up, right? Have yourself a nice little shelf right there. What's the problem with this one? It's tough. Right? That's a big stop too. I don't know if I could swallow that. I think I'm a little bit smaller. $15 to $25 a contract. Roll a couple contracts. We're not, guys, we're discretionary traders here, man. We're not moving mountains. We're moving molehills. Backside of it again. Right? See, you got stopped out. Even so, this is another good example of just having to stop in the right spot. Right? And actually, this didn't even get you because this doesn't even qualify. Unless you want to count this one here. Right? Maybe you do. That's what you have to practice. And I just, I keep saying that, but I just, I spend a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time trying to understand this in a way that just puts me in a different place. So that when I do make these trades, I'm not just, come talking out my rear. That's what I was talking about, right? Impulse leg down, shelf, washes the shelf, comes down and retests. So if you're right here, and you got to stop right there, you're toast. You take your full stop. It's brutal. I don't even know where I'd put it. Maybe behind this guy here. In hindsight, it's easy. I like to be behind something other than just that, because of this. That's why I like to do it. And it's hard to predict. It's hard to sit through. It's hard when you get wiped out, right? It just takes your full stop and turns, right? And you're like, oh, life's not fair. Got another impulse. Drawing up my shelf. Doesn't hit. It's your impulse. So now we're just falling down. Shelf. See, it's something like that. That's close. That's pretty close. If you were, in hindsight, we can pretend that worked. In hindsight, we're all great traders. Just making a killing at the business. Sipping our Mai Tais, headed out to Hawaii. Did you hear about Hawaii? Those storms? Jeez Louise. We were out there a month ago. Got lucky. I don't know where this one starts. It doesn't finish. And then, but look at this, right? You've got, this is your shelf here. All right, this is going to probably work out, right? Your shelf here. And then you've got, I'm just going to borrow that. You've got your low here. And, the thing is you've got this and then this. And that's why washes are always kind of interesting, because they just, they hit you you kind of see them sometimes really clearly up front, and other times you got to wait. But this one shorts it really close here. Doesn't come all the way up. So you have to either have a trick where you buy the line or you buy in front of the line. I usually buy in front of the line. I don't want to get stopped out, or I want to get my orders hit. Right? And you don't know that this is going to double bounce like that. Nobody does. Nobody can tell you that. And again, I'm on this 750 tick. So, and then price rolls and rolls. Just keeps going. This is not bad. I mean, this is decent kind of flow. I dig this. Right? This is nice flow here. You get some real nice trades here. If you can somehow figure out how to get into this, maybe you go to the bottom of the pivot, right? Where's the pivot start? It launches right from here. See that? Launch. Pow. And not launch right there. And then it drops him down. And I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's a good trade right there at the end of the day. Right? Put yourself right up in there. It's getting kind of big for a stop at the end of the day, but it works. I mean, hey man, we're here for 3-to-1 trades. And then this just craps out. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know. And then here we are today. Right? Here's what we're looking at. We're at a low. Price took out the low. I got an impulse. That's all I need. I got a shelf in here somewhere. Where's my shelf? I don't know. Right there. It's right there. Get yourself a wash. See that hard down, hard up there. And then I've got my pressure cooker. And why this is kind of interesting is because this has hit the pressure cooker. You know, I would have drawn that up and maybe said, okay, give me use this little thing as a shelf. I'm not going to be high up here. I'm going to be, if anything, I would have drawn that. That's what my shelf would have been. And then I probably would have been stopped out right on it. That's a big stop too. $45 contract. That's just a little bit more than I want to bite off. But plus, guys, remember, it's 3 a.m. now, or when this happened. It's 5:30 right now. So I don't know. I'm gonna sit back and watch. I need some trades, man. I got stopped out last week. I wanna see a nice flowing week, but it looks just funky. Use a stop, guys. You know, don't get caught up in all the nonsense. Use a stop. Interesting. Look at that little coil, right? It's just a coil, and then it expands, and then you start to see the coils everywhere, right? Coil, and then it expands, right? We're in the coil of this stuff, right? There are coils everywhere. Cool stuff, man. This is the fun part, discovering, learning. You got to go through frustration to get to where you want to be. This is kind of a coil coming up out of here, a coil coming out of there. I mean, it's just all over. It's just over and over and over again. You just got to get on the right side of it. That's it. And then have a proper stop, have a target in and out, and you're done. All right. Talk later.